Hello, everyone. Hello. We are so happy that we are here today. And thank you all. This is Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network, the new generation of sports talk. And and we have a lovely lady here. Her name is Trina MIchelle Ardister. But on this show, we get to talk to amazing ladies about different aspects of their life. Dealing with any type of sports we basically just have a conversation about their lives, not only just their sport, but, what they're up to and what they do. When we get to find out the skinny about them, we're going to try to get some dirt on her if we can. But it's an amazing show, and it's been an amazing opportunity for me to get to meet and talk to all of these ladies. So like I said, Trina MIchelle Ardister is here. She is a double Dutch enthusiast with, of course she's a woman, so she wears a lot of hats. Not just that, she's a mom, she works, she's, does educational pieces, and it's just a lot. So we'll get to delve into some of that today. But again, I appreciate you all coming on, and for those who I don't know is viewing, thank you very much. We really appreciate that so much. Thank you. And again, this is Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network, the new generation of sports talk. So let's get right to it. So she's so cute because she's so nervous, about being on here, and I'm that's not nothing unnatural, or that's normal. For you to be a little bit nervous. Like I said, I'm a little nervous too. But so you'll lighten up. You'll get into this. Rhonda Claiborne is watching. Hey, Rhonda. Thank you, girl, for coming on. Thank you for tuning in and watching us. This is an honor for you to be here with us. And she said, hello there.
Hi.
So she's talking to you.
Hello.
And she said, hey, Trina.
Hi.
Can you believe Trina is on here? This is a trip. This is a trip. Trina came on. So listen, young lady, we want to talk about, or we want to delve into maybe how was your child life? Do you remember, how do you remember being brought up? Because I know we were in the church together for a while. And
yes.
So let us know a little bit about that.
Okay. Oh, wow. Let's
Thanks,
see.
Deb. Our
Thank
lovely
you.
producer is helping us out. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Let's see. Growing up, childhood was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. Lots of siblings, brothers and sisters, cousins, and, just really being authentic, just love. Didn't really have a lot in regards to material things,
Mm-hmm.
but we were very close knit, and mom and my dad, they were very good parents. I mean, we got in trouble when we did
Mm-hmm.
things we weren't supposed to do, but it was just like we knew that we had each other's support,
Mm-hmm.
and so that was amazing. I have so many stories about getting in trouble since I was the baby.
Okay, so you're the
So
baby.
I am the last one. Yes, ma'am.
So who's the oldest?
Dee Dee is the oldest.
Dolores.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Dolores is the oldest. And
She's
then
the
you
oldest,
had...
And then there's Louis, and then Jimmy, Michael, Lulu, Gina, and then me. So 7 of us. Yeah.
Okay, Gina. Okay, yeah, Gina.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I'm tripping. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Right.
So 5 of us are still living. So I had 2 brothers that passed away. But yeah, we had a lot of love. Grew up in a very close knit family, and just we just lots of support. So
See, we grew up we got our butts whooped.
I heard some stories.
Like you and me, Aunt Moselle, she didn't play her mom.
No, everybody
And
got it
Moselle
but me,
Ardister,
though.
That's
Everybody
because
got it.
you were the calmest, the calmest one, quiet. You were smart.
Well, thank
The
you.
rest of us was talking about, acting crazy, acting loud, but. I'm just saying we grew up in the era where we got our butts whooped. That just wasn't a thing. My mom was not afraid of the children's services.
Oh, yeah.
And that sort of thing. She was like, call them. I want you to.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
And you wouldn't
Yeah.
even think about I'm gonna call children's services on you.
Oh, yeah.
Because you hit me, you know, You know, my mom had 5 girls, 1 boy, and we were all lined up like little ducks in a row. You know, I mean, we didn't go in no store turning out.
Yeah.
That was not happening.
Yeah.
Not ever. You didn't go in the store, I want this, and I'm going to fall out.
Yeah, don't touch nothing, and you better not look too hard.
Because remember, they would hit you for thinking. Yeah, I mean, my mom used to crack me up because her mother would just hit her, what you thinking about?
I heard you thinking.
Exactly. You know, so it was way different than it is now, because our moms didn't care about all that kind of stuff. They were, you're not calling children's services on me. I wish you would. And that thought never entered our brains.
Nope, better not. Not if we wanted to live. So, and we all wanted to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wanted to have our teeth.
We wanted to have our teeth. Girl, our mom didn't.
My mom was the exact same way. Like she is a fiery redhead, and you do not want to mess with her. Like I'm sorry, Mom, I love you.
It's all out of love.
And that's correct. Yeah. That's the way it should be. Mega respect for your moms and for the elders. It should be. I still say yes, ma'am, to people. You know. Yeah. Because that's the way I was brought up. Yeah. You know, yes, ma'am, no, sir, you know, that sort of thing. Because that's the way
respect factor.
I was brought up, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. I know when I went and got, so my mom is, you know, she's in a senior nursing agency because of health conditions. And so I went to go pick up her laundry. And to make a long story short, I went to go pick up her laundry, and the lady at the front desk was like, someone already picked it up. So I'm like, okay, well, let me call my siblings to make sure, you know, if it was, they said no, someone could do it. So my sister's like, no, it wasn't us. I was like, oh my God. Now, mind you, my mom is 85 years old, and I am so afraid of her. And so I'm like, we have to find these clothes. It's about to be bad. And so it was so funny because I just, and it was a respectful fear. You know, it was a respectful fear. And so, you know, they found her laundry. And I was like, please do not ever tell her it was lost, because it would be bad. So the good news is we did find her laundry, and but I just thought about that.
I mean, who picked it up? Like somebody that worked there?
Well, they thought somebody did, but it was at the nurse's station on the other side of the room.
Okay.
And so they end up finding it. So it wasn't really lost; it was just misplaced. And just the thought of that, you know, and I was like, okay, and moving forward, should she put her name on the items, you know, because we don't want this to happen again. But it was just the thought, like, man, listen, this lady's 85 years old, and just the fact that I was afraid, like, oh my God, please don't tell me.
We got to find this.
Yeah, please. So
we're going to have to find her laundry, guys.
Yeah, and they did. So all went well. So they found it. But it was just the whole concept of like, oh my God, I am really afraid. Like, please don't tell her this happened.
Right. So, and your mom, I remember specifically, she does not play.
No, and will give you the shirt off her back. You know, just a very loving, giving, caring individual. But yeah, she when it comes to our kids, you know, she didn't play with us. You know, you do what you were asked to do, and you just did it.
Yeah, because they wasn't going to have you standing up there, fussing at them and being smart mouth. Yeah. I just never did that.
Yeah.
You're like, what do you mean? What? You know, I never even said what to my mom.
The family dynamic has definitely changed over the period of time. You know, it's just, you know, it's different. It has. I mean, you know, even working in the educational system, you know, when I was working at a particular school, you know, you had third graders babysitting. You know, you had fifth graders babysitting. They were the head of the households. And so when they came to school, you know, it's like, how dare you ask me to sit down? You know, I am running my household. So then those behaviors spilled over into the classroom because when they were home, they were in charge. They had these responsibilities because maybe mom had to work. So it wasn't necessarily, you know, that the stereotype like mom is at the club. No, mom is trying to provide. You know, she's working 2 or 3 jobs. And so that third grader, that fifth grader had to take care of the kindergartner, had to take care of the preschooler.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that, you know, I'm the man. And so when the teacher asks, you know, Johnny to sit down, no, I'm not going to sit down. You don't tell me what to do. And it was just because of that role, you know, that role that particular individual had at home. And so, you know, things has changed over time, you know, latchkey kids. And so, yeah.
So you work in the educational system, right?
Yes.
And so what is your role there?
So prior to working with adults now, I worked with elementary school. I taught children with special needs.
Okay.
So now the tables have turned, and I work with adults, and I teach GED classes.
Okay.
So, yep, working with adults to get their high school equivalencies so they can create a better life for their families.
Oh, okay. So now, did you find it like a little more difficult to like deal with the children, you know, that you were around, or did you know how to handle them pretty good?
Well, we had a great team. We had a great team of teachers, and you know, like if I couldn't, you know, if I had some challenges with a particular child, I could always call on another teacher for assistance. So it was a community of support,
Right.
with behaviors, and we did see a lot of behaviors again because of the whole family dynamic change. But once that child know that this person loves them, you know, and establish that relationship, you know, the problems minimized.
Okay.
You know, building those relationships and letting that child know, because they know who's phony. You know, they know who ain't right. You know,
That they do.
so they feel when you know, when there's a valuable relationship and they feel that, you know, they can trust you, they'll come to you, tell you what they need, whether it's food, clothing. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I worked with elementary school children for about 5 years. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they were in the 5th grade or 4th grade?
Fifth, fourth, third, second grade. Yeah.
Okay, because I always thought that if I ever taught children, it would be like in kindergarten.
Yeah, they're a little easier.
Because,
I mean,
you know, just okay, let's all
yeah.
take our nap, you know.
Nap
and-
times are the best.
Yes, let's take our little nap, drink our little milk, and eat our little
Oh,
snacks,
yeah,
and
yeah.
here's the blocks, you know, that
There
sort
you
of
go.
thing.
Yes,
Because that's
ma'am.
when they're really, really cute, you know, and then they, you know, about third,
Then they
fourth,
grow up.
third, fourth, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th. Oh, God.
Yeah,
So
it takes a very
my
special-
my heart goes out to the teachers. I think that they're the ultimate, and I think they should be paid more.
Yeah,
Simple as that. You know,
Yeah.
I always have.
I appreciate that because we hear that a lot. You know that teachers aren't really.
I think. I
paid
mean,
enough.
I just
Yeah.
feel like they should have a higher salary. You know,
Thank you.
I mean, because you're dealing with people's children, and that's not easy. It's not easy for the parents to deal with their own children.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
at times. You know, so it's that's a lot. You know, that's major. That's a major thing to deal with is children. You know, trying to help them learn, cultivate
Yeah.
them, teach them. You know, they all have their different. You know, they're all different.
Personalities.
Yes, and they're all different. Yeah, I absolutely 100% believe that.
We appreciate that.
I always have.
Yeah, and I mean, even with the, sometimes with the parents, you're dealing with the whole family, right? So you're working with the children, and then you're working with the whole family, and sometimes it's easier when you have that support of the family. It makes teaching a lot easier when families are involved, and we've had that a lot where we have a lot of families that are very engaged. The PTAs, parent-teacher conferences, they show up and ask questions and, do what they need to do. So, yeah, it's a rewarding field, not necessarily monetary, but, to see them develop and grow. Sometimes that's, that's really good payment, but definitely could use the extra finances.
$1 million a year. Yes, they can use that.
Yes.
I mean, I never could believe how they just don't have. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like it's a little, the pay scale or the country is
Going backwards in the education system.
it's just
Yeah.
not in the right place. You know, their focus and their sincerity is not in the right place. Why wouldn't you pay teachers more? And this is like the biggest job ever. You want
Yeah.
your kids to be great. Well, this is one of the people that's going to help your child do that. Let alone, you must do your work at home. You must. Your kids, to me, that's just my opinion. Know your ABCs, know your numbers, know your colors, know words, know sentences.
Basics, the foundational skills. Yeah.
I think I'm going to take a break on that. We're going to go to a little commercial, and we shall be right back. This is Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network, the new generation of sports talks. We'll be right back.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater people. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player, that is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
And hello and welcome back. We have the lovely Trina MIchelle Ardister who is here with us today, and she is such a inspirational person with her soft voice and giving us good jewels to take back with us. This is Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network, the new generation of sports talk. So before we took a break, we were talking about preparation for children, getting them prepared for school. And Rhonda Claiborne, hi Rhonda. I call her Rhonda, which is weird, but that's just what I call her. She said, I know that's right. Yes, ma'am. And she said, right, it's rewarding, but the money is not there. And that, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, to me, and this is only just my opinion, you have to get your child ready, prepared for school. And, because if you don't, they might be left behind a little bit. It's going to be a little harder because teachers have more than just one child in their classroom. And so they have to deal with all these different students, different personalities. And if, the parent really haven't done their job in the beginning, it makes it a lot more difficult for the child. So and then on through their scholastical career, you still have to be there. Oh, did you read it? Did you do your spelling test? What are you doing? And all of that. Yeah. So it's like never ending for the parent as well. You got to do your due diligence.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. And going back to the whole family dynamic, things have changed over time versus the 80s until like the era that we're in now. And mom is working, or dad. I don't want to just say it's mom, because we do have some single dads out there. We have some single dads that are caring for their children, and it's like, the whole family, whether it's the uncles, the aunts, the cousins, everyone living together in the family, definitely have to rally together to make that whole supportive network. Because mom can't do it all, dad can't do it all. And so in my opinion, that nucleus family, that we once had, it's kind of dispersing, where now we have cousins and uncles and aunts. And again, it's going back into everybody kind of pitching in and doing their part.
That's how, it's going to see now.
It takes a village.
It takes a village. And see, COVID is here. So it's a whole different ball game.
Yes, it is.
Right now, because I know I would be, what? My kid is going to be here all day, and I got to be online with them, trying to, even though, of course, I would do it, but that would just be so different for me, because once my kids got to like the 4th, 5th grade or whatever, heck, I didn't know what they, what's science, what,
independent at that age. Yeah.
So I'm like, I hope you get this, because mama can't help you no more, because I don't know what this is.
And the math, that's a whole nother thing.
Yes.
I just was never that sharp in math, and so that was always a challenge for me. So helping my child, it's like, oh, we're gonna have to call on some help.
We have to call. I hope you're getting this, because this is, because I still, was helping them, with their whatever. Did you do your homework? That sort of thing. That sort of thing. But don't ask me no questions about that daggone train. That if the train is going 5,000 miles and then it stops at City, and then it goes to jerk off town, how many miles?
That's for a mathematician. I'm lost after the second sentence.
Oh
right?
no,
yeah, those word problems. So it has changed, and even going back to what you were saying about the remote learning. By me teaching GED classes, it's all online. And so one of the challenges that we're facing, and now teaching adults, it's like they have to power up their computer and get ready for their classes. And not only that, they have to get their children up and running and getting ready for their classes. So you have mom on her laptop or her Chromebook, and then you have the child. And then if technology isn't working favorably, then that's a whole nother problem. Things are not booting up right, then that creates a whole nother stress level. And so, there's nothing normal about this. As they say, this is our new normal.
We hope not.
In my opinion, there's nothing, and so we just believe in giving a little grace and mercy. Like I start my classes, I don't start teaching till like 5 after 9, just because I know that the parent may have to help the child. Because I don't know, as a parent, I cannot focus if my child ain't right. So definitely, it's just having some patience through this whole process, and just going with the flow. We're all doing the best we can. That's why I tell my parents, we're all doing the best we can. We all are.
Because it's been some time since they were doing that, because, see, we go to the Ohio Media School, myself and my producer, Miss Deb, that's over there, and they shut down. We shut down. So we was online. Yes.
It was so terrible. Oh my gosh. It was a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. Ooh.
And see, because this is a hands-on, you do film. I mean, we had to do a whole music video.
Wow.
On our own. What?
We had no idea what we were doing, and trying to put together a music video by yourself at home, and you're filming it yourself, and I found out that I have no patience when it comes to my husband and filming. He is not a videographer, like, at all. So I was like, hold it that way. No, just give it here. I'll do it myself.
Well, see, I had for our music, because we did a lot of projects, not just that. Every week we had a project that we were doing, commercials, all
every
this
week?
Every week. And we were at home, not here. And so when they said, I was freaking out, and they said, well, they're going to shut down, we're going to shut down, because of course they're going to have to shut down. I was going, what? Because when we're here, at least we can have some help, like, hey, because they have assistants that, can you help me with this? Because I'm a little stuck here. Girl, I was freaking out.
By yourself at home, just trying to figure it out.
Girl, we were online. And we did it.
Wow.
You know, it was amazing that we came through and see. I think I learned a little bit more because I was at home. You know, and so I didn't have like, I'm sure I called Debbie 5,000 times. You know, like, hey, what is this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Am I hitting this right? Or whatever. So
I can't even imagine.
you had to figure it out.
Wow.
You know, and the music, Trinity, my daughter, did the music video. Of course.
She was a saint for you. Yes.
Girl, because we went to 4 different locations because I'm fancy like that. You know, so we go to 4 different locations.
She's bougie.
Girl, like I know what the heck I was doing. And so Trinity had to keep doing this dance over and over. She hasn't danced since. I don't think she will ever dance again.
Did you wear out?
Girl, she was a saint. Like Debbie said, she really was. She hung in there. I'm like, okay, no, we got to do this over. Oh,
That's
God.
Amazing.
We were at one place.
Amazing.
Like, it was just.
Back to one.
We was back the street. What'd you say, Deb?
Back to one. Every actor or stunt person dreads that. Okay, great. All right, back to one.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You got to kind of start over.
Start over, right.
So how many times do you have to do that?
Well, like at one spot when we were at the street, like on Kelton.
Okay.
You know, and cars were going by.
Wow.
So okay, hold up. You know, one time a car waited because they saw her dancing. You know, and the car just kind of waited. You know, but we would have to go. Okay, come on, Trin. Let's do it again.
And she would do it again. Oh yeah, she's a trooper.
And she would do it again. You know, it was crazy.
Wow.
You know, so we all put together this music video. Like, who would know how to do a music video? But we did. You know, in all of our projects, we came through.
Amazing. Yeah.
Girl, I'm telling you. So
Awesome.
I feel like we know exactly how those kids and parents are feeling with that. Because Trinity's online now.
Oh, is she?
At her school, Columbus State. They haven't even mentioned a word about coming back. Not a word. And they've been online since it shut down
Almost
in
a
March.
year.
And so, and she does American Sign Language. She's an interpreter. That's a hands-on field.
Yeah.
So because prior to that, I was taking her everywhere. You know, out to dinner with people signing all the time, and we go to the deaf community. We went to a deaf church.
Yeah.
You know, because we did, and so they don't get all of that.
No, especially like you said, the hands-on, was really important.
It's really
Especially if you're a
important.
hands-on learner, and then the social skills, that's a whole nother, it's a whole nother concept that needs to be worked through. I mean, even some parents are putting their children in sports that feel comfortable. I mean, I have a nephew that's taking, Danielle's son is taking karate, and so they're practicing social distancing and all that because they do need those social skills. And, I just kind of worry about that sometimes because, I mean, even like the writing part, you're on the computer clicking, having to those fine motor skills that they need, to hold a pencil, to hold a pen and be able to write. So hopefully we'll get back to that because they do need those skills.
Because they did say something about it. Okay, they did say something about should children know how to write in cursive?
I read an article about that. Oh yeah, in my opinion, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I grew up in the 90s and 2000s, and let me just tell you, I am terrible at cursive, but they actually taught us. Like it's a value to know. Like you
have
don't
to know
want
how to write.
Exactly.
Or sign your signature. You gotta sign papers and legal documents.
My signature is literally just DC. Like that is my signature because I am left-handed and I hate it. Like I have terrible handwriting.
That's perfectly fine, but you know how to write. Because everybody has different writing. Some people write good, some people write okay, some people don't write good, but they know how to write.
Yeah, my penmanship is horrible, but I scribble a little bit.
I mean, but we should not have ever had a conversation about should the kids learn how to write cursive.
I read that. I don't know where it was an article, and it was the great debate on should children be taught to learn cursive in school. Absolutely. Absolutely, in my opinion.
This world has just changed so much. It has just changed so much with all that kind of stuff.
Got a lot of work to do.
But yeah, and they're so into the technology stuff, which is okay, but you need to be able to write a paper out, and that sort of thing. It just, oh my God. So it's just different. But we want to jump into, let me see if somebody, okay. We want to jump into your double dutch, little girl. So this young lady does double dutch, and I wanted to be in it, to start doing it because I just think it's fun, But my ankle was a little weird because I broke it a couple years, so I'd have to see if I,
try it out a little bit.
Try it out a little bit. But I would love to do that. But they meet on Thursdays, I believe. But hopefully, soon they'll change the day. And so,
yes, we will work on that.
But so okay, so what? Oh, because we only have like 1 minute, Deb. Roll over. Okay, so. How'd you get started in that?
So, wow, let's see. Double Dutch for me started back in middle school or junior high school.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. And so we just kind of like started jumping around on the playground. And one of the teachers that had playground duty was like, hey, you guys want to, and just out of nowhere, start a Double Dutch team. And we didn't know what that looked like. It was me and myself, a couple other friends, and we just started jumping for fun. And next thing you know, we've gathered some more friends, and we formed a team because with Double Dutch, you have to have at least 2 turners and 2 jumpers, right? And we were just jumping around for fun. And we end up forming a team, and we end up traveling, going to different places, and we start jumping competitively, and it just took off from there.
And you're still doing it today?
Yeah, we're still
Can
doing
I
it
ask
today.
where all you've traveled?
Oh, let's see. We've went to Harvard, Connecticut, New York. At that particular time, it was more local, so maybe Dayton, Cincinnati, Toledo. We went to the World Championship in New York City, where we placed, I think we placed 3rd place. Yeah.
That is so cool. Girl, that's so cool. And so you're doing it now, too.
Yes, we're coaching now. So, yes, we're coaching and we're jumping now. So, a friend of mine, we've actually stayed in contact, which was from middle school, and we said, hey, you know what? Let's give back. It's time to give back. Okay. And so we teach Double Dutch classes at our local community center, which is Douglas Recreation Center, which we practice on Thursdays. Yes. And due to COVID, we have to keep our numbers down, but we're definitely there. And we're just giving back now.
That is so cool. Because see, I would see you on Facebook jumping rope. Just jumping, jumping. Exercising, and I was like, wow, okay, cool. She's in it. She's locked in because they call it locked in when you're ready, when your head is in the game to be.
Oh, I just learned something new.
Yeah, to be getting your nutrition together and exercise, workout. They call it being locked in. Oh, and so I said, okay. I mean, and I just learned that too because I just know that my head has to be in the game in order for me to do that because it's
more mental.
Because because it's a lifestyle and you got to stay on it. But because I had a trainer on here, a physical bodybuilder, and she gave me that terminology. I saw that show, And so I said, okay. She's doing it.
I have to borrow that.
She's doing
I like the way that sounds.
And so I said, okay, let me get Trina in here. She's a daggone double dutch. Girl, that is so much fun. And you can get so fit doing that. You can stay fit doing that. And I said, oh, wow. So I'm going to try.
It's like riding a bike. Once you got it, we were talking earlier. Once you got it, you got it. It's just getting that rhythm. It's all about that rhythm. We say something like, you get in and you just count. It's like a 1-2 count, right? So, with double dutch, just to backpedal a little bit, is 2 ropes together in egg beater fashion, right? That's how it explains. So I'm going to ask, what is double dutch? Just 2 ropes turning together in egg beater fashion. And when you get in the rope, sometimes we say start off as a bunny hop. Because sometimes it's hard to get that rotation together. So you start in and you just kind of hop like a kangaroo. Right. And then you get your little rhythm, and then it takes off from there. Yeah.
So you double dutch too when you was younger, right? So you can still do it. Yeah. She said you can still do it.
Bring the ropes.
That's cool. Because I think I did it a couple times, but I don't think I was really good at it. I can't remember.
I'm sure you were.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember. Awesome. But I would. would love to just
Yeah.
come and, just jump a little bit, just, whatever. So, do you think that you guys are you just gonna go competitively, or just kind of? Plus, there's so COVID and stuff's going on
Yeah,
too.
that's our goal.
That's different.
Right now it's just, we call it a double dutch club, so anybody
Yeah.
can just come and jump around. Definitely we practice all the safety precautions, the hand sanitizer and the mask, and we do all that. But yeah, right now it's just that we just want people to just get fit. I mean, I've picked up some COVID weight.
Girl, everybody did. It's sickening.
And, we just encourage that healthy lifestyle, so there's no stipulations in regards to
Right.
who can come. There's a website, Columbus Recreation and Parks, and you just, person that's interested, just go on the website and just drop down to Douglas Recreation Center, fill out the demographics, and just show up. So.
Okay, so you heard it here first, folks. You just go on, go to
Columbus Recreation and Parks.
and say it again, Trina.
So it's Columbus Recreation and Parks website. It's not as user friendly. I apologize for whoever made the website, but if you drop down to Douglas Recreation Center, and then if you're having a hard time, just stop by the center, and we'll get you signed up.
You are gonna love it. You're gonna have so much of fun. I think she put on that hand clapping thing. But I have got to come down. Y'all gonna be like, why, Trina? Why did y'all let her come? Because I'm coming. Y'all be like, darn, she came too. Yep, one of those people that, can't jump but's always there, and can't do nothing but always comes. You can depend on her,
And you can always turn, but I'm sure you can jump too. So,
girl, I sure will try.
Yeah.
You better believe that. I most certainly will. So I appreciate you coming on out here and talking to us
Thank
about
you.
that. So does
having me.
your any of your people, like your children or anything, do it with you? Or?
Well, yeah, Shyla, my two daughters were actually jumping. They were actually part of the team. Now they're 25 and 28 now. And they have
So
their
you
own
only have
families.
two, right?
Two
Okay,
daughters,
two-
and they
two.
both did jump. Yeah, they both jumped. So
They followed their mommy.
they had no choice.
Right. Because we don't play.
That's right. I forced them to do that. Against their will.
Exactly. And just like I forced Trinity to do that song 5,000 times. Oh my God. So she's looking at me to this day going, that's why I had her do it. I can't believe she did that.
She's
did
amazing.
it. Girl,
She's amazing.
I can't believe she did it all that time. It was. And girl, one time we were out at this park, pretty park by the library, and they have those little, the main library, and they have this carved bushes with like people, and it's really pretty.
Huh.
And girl, we was out there, and the cops was there. It was just a lot going on, but you would never know it in the video.
Wow.
And we're just doing all this lovely dancing, and in the meantime people were fighting, and
she's so
the cops
creative.
are there,
Yeah.
and I was going, what is going on? Because I heard this guy coming down from a ways, and he was talking real loud, and I said, well, maybe it's just a woohoo, but he got closer, and it was like these other people that he was arguing with and everything, and so the cops came, and it was a big deal.
So you guys had an adventure.
And Trinity's talking about in the big background, y'all see people.
I would love to see that.
Girl, yes, it was crazy. I was like, oh my God. So come on, Trinity, let's wrap this up. Let's go wrap this up. So I think we're getting ready to take another little quick break. Yes, oh, we do. So, yeah, we got to come back. I'm going to go ahead and take the break, and we'll be right back. This is Girls in Sports on the Score on Air Network, the new generation of sports talk, and we'll be right back.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater people. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player, that is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
And welcome back. We got to make this quick. You're on Girls in Sports, Scroll Air Network, the new generation of sports talk. We have Miss Trina MIchelle Ardister, who is here, and she's a double Dutch enthusiast. She's a mom, and she works. She's in the educational system, and ain't no telling else what else she does. That's just a little bit of what she does. But before we went to the break, I wanted to say hi, Shyla. She is here. That's her little girl. Her baby is on here. She said, "Hey, ladies," and she said, "Yay!" And she said, "Kaden says hi, Mom." Mimi, is that they call you? Kaden says, "Hi, Mimi."
Hi, Kaden.
So, yep, your mom is here, Shyla, and she's doing a great job. She's still acting a little jittery, but, we'll get her past that. And which, this is different, for people who does that,
Yes,
so kudos to you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We have some photos that we want to share with you. We've been talking about her double Dutch, and that she has a group that she works with now. She used to do it competitively, and that was awesome. And so she's going to give you the information again, just in case there's somebody out there that might be interested in joining their club. Because, of course, there's COVID and all that stuff going on right now. So it's a little bit different, but they're still doing it, So she will give you that information here in a little bit. And okay, Deb, whenever you're ready, we're going to post up the photos that I have of different things, and you can tell us about it. That's your daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, which one is that?
Okay, so that's the oldest daughter. That's Tyara.
That's Tyara. Okay, and that's her in her little office.
Yes. Yeah, she's an entrepreneur. She's a stay-at-home mom, and she has her own business, and she creates handcrafted body butter.
I think I have that photos. See?
Wow.
Told
Cool,
you.
yes.
So that is her.
Yep.
That's hers.
That's her. Radiant Reality is the name of her body butter line. And so everything is all natural ingredients, all natural oils. Everything's all natural. She's a naturalist. She believes in everything natural. So everything is essential oils. Everything is pure.
That is so cool. This is part of your double Dutch group.
Yes. So we jumped for McDonald's. We were called the McDonald's Top Poppers. Prior to that, I think this is CC Angels. So this is when we were jumping at Central Community House. We had a double Dutch team there called CC Angels, and it was all inclusive. So we had males, females, and yes, boys do jump. We had a couple guy jumpers. So yes,
Good
that
for
was
you.
a picture from CC Angel Central Community House.
Good for you. And that's another. There's Trina.
More coaches.
Okay.
So again, out of the whole bunch, I think there's like about maybe actually all of them are still coaching. So Quincy is in the front. He is in charge of the American Double Dutch League. He's on the board, and then there's Coach Nikki. Yes, Double Dutch is making a comeback. A lot of people we stopped talking about it for a moment, but at the same time, nationally, Double Dutch is still recognized as a sport. So we're very proud of that.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so there's Coach Danielle, Coach Nikki, Coach LaShawn, and I think that's me in the back.
Yeah, that is you. I know it's you.
I think so.
Okay, so this I wanted to share this because.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so some of the parents got together. We talked about giving back, and we try to do a service project to give back to the community. So we're having a blanket drive. So this is our very first blanket drive. They're going to be hosting this Saturday, and it's going to be at Douglas Recreation Center. And it's very COVID friendly. You just drive through the parking lot, drop off your blanket. All the proceeds will go to the homeless camp on the west side.
And what 3:30 to 5:30, and the address is 1300 Windsor Avenue.
Yes.
Okay, and
Windsor Avenue.
That's it. And they're just in need of blankets, new and gently used blankets.
Yes.
Cool. See, I wanted to share that. And
Thank you. Wow. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Yes. I mean, we definitely believe in giving back. So much has been given to us as far as the opportunity. So we definitely want to be able to give back to those in need.
Well, you'll probably give me a blanket or two. two. So put my name on the list. But, yeah, I wanted to share that so people can know that you're doing other things, and helping the community. That's very
Thank
sweet.
you.
That's very nice. So, see, I got you, girl.
Yay.
I got you.
I appreciate that.
So, okay, yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah, we have a video. We do.
Oh, we
that
do?
you sent.
Oh.
Of the Double Dutchie.
Okay, yeah. So actually, that team there is called the High Steppers, and that's me, I guess, taking the picture. But so they came in second place in the World Championship. So we went to. In order to get to the world, you had to do the state championship, right? So it was at East High School back in 1984, and they were one of the teams that we competed against. And now we're all adults trying to still jump. Of course, she's doing amazing. And I don't think I was able to get in the rope. I think I was turning that day. I don't want her to put me to shame, so I don't think I jumped.
And it looks like y'all are at Dance Elite Performance Academies.
I think that, yeah.
Because I saw her logo.
Yeah.
She was on here, Samara. Samara
Okay.
Tillman. She's the director. She's
Wow, that name sounds familiar.
Samara Tillman.
That's exactly where we were.
It is a small
That's
world.
exactly where we were.
And because I just noticed, like literally
Yep.
just now.
And that was, I think that was 2 years ago we were there.
Did that.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
Samara was here.
Really?
Talking about herself and her business, her entrepreneurship, and all that.
Amazing.
And she's doing very well.
Wow.
Her
That's exactly where we were.
her numbers did not decrease.
Good.
She has children. She has children on the waiting list.
Are you serious? Wow.
Guy's good, isn't he?
Yes, he is. All the
He's
time.
dope. And so
Yeah.
she's girl, she's doing good.
Wow, that's
Isn't
good
that
to hear
amazing?
in the midst of the pandemic.
In the midst of it.
Good.
In the midst of it. So of course
Wow.
they're COVID.
Yeah,
No.
practicing all the safety guidelines.
All that kind of stuff. But yeah, so this is Trina, everybody. Trina MIchelle Ardister. And she is a Double Dutch enthusiast, and she is giving back. Their Double Dutch group is giving back to the community. And if you want to just kind of stay in shape, or if you just want to actually be on the team, come on out. They rehearse. I'm used to that show. Show business. Let's sing. And so they practice on Thursdays.
Yes.
What's the time?
Every Thursday from 6 until 7:15 p.m.
At Douglas Recreation Center.
Douglas Recreation Center, 1300 Windsor Avenue, 43211.
And it's close to like the south side. Like you can get it off of Parsons.
No, actually, I believe it's closer to like it's north.
Well, is
Off
it
of,
north?
It's like right off of Joyce Avenue.
This is Douglas? Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's like
Where the heck was I at?
Yeah, like Windsor Elementary School
That is
area.
north. Okay,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking about...
Yeah, they may have another one though.
No,
Names
no, they
duplicate.
didn't.
I was gonna
They,
say, sometimes
uh,
names duplicate. So
It was some recreation center I was at doing, filming and stuff. I forget what it was.
You're just all over the place, aren't you?
Girl,
Doing a lot.
doing a lot.
Yeah,
And
staying
so,
busy.
but girl, thank you so much. Let me see. Shyla, did you see your sister's stuff up there? And she said, wow, that is so awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, no, we appreciate your mom being here and being the young lady that she is. And I mean, and this is what I wanted to talk about. You have a series you kind of do on YouTube. Do you still do that?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah. So I created a YouTube channel, and it's called Journaling with Trina.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is we just talk about life. So you know, a lot of people think that there has to be a way to journal. There's no certain way to journal. You're just writing your thoughts on paper. And so my channel was just journaling for beginners. So a lot of times, if anyone, like me, I have all these thoughts in my head. It's like, where do I start? And you just kind of write it on paper. And so example was just like, I had a great day, then you just talk about your day, and people think that, there's no formula. And that's what we're trying to get away from, because a lot of times, some feedback that I've been getting is, I don't have time to journal. You don't have to journal every day. It's just journal whenever you feel like it. There's no specific recipe. It's just getting thoughts out of our mind on paper. And I just really try to make it simple and easy to follow. So I create those journaling channels every Sunday.
Okay, so you
Every
do it
Sunday.
every Sunday.
Yeah.
Because I watched a few of them. But then you kind of get, you give us tips on different little things, like I think like how to spell or
I was just trying to play around with they call me the Facebook police because I see a word that's wrong, and I just people are like, I don't like that, just leave me alone. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, but it's there, THEIR, that's a possessive pronoun. And so I just thought maybe because I get confused.
I think it's great.
Yeah,
I love it.
So yeah, it's called homophones or something. I was just kind of like bored one day, and I was just playing around with it, and it's just like just learning proper grammar.
Because I love it, because it is, how many theirs are there?
Oh my goodness, you got THERE, THEIR, and then it's just it's they're homophones. Words that sound the same spelled differently with different meanings, just
Right.
like two and two. And two, TOO, TWO, and TO. Sometimes I still get it confused too, so I still work on that myself. So by me kind of creating that channel, it keeps me abreast as well. So yeah,
Kudos to you, girl. See, I
Thank
told you I
you.
was checking you out.
I appreciate
I know
that.
what you're
You're
doing.
probably my only follower.
But
so.
you're mine too. But you always support me. You always do. You blast my you share my
Because you're super dope.
stuff. Well, thank you.
You're super
Thank
dope.
you very much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And you always have.
Yeah.
Without you even like coming on, before I even thought about having you come on or anything, you always did that.
And I was hoping, I said, I hope she invites me one day. I was so scared to ask. I was like, I hope
Did you
Yeah, I
really?
really was hoping that you would invite me one. Seriously.
Wow. Well, here you are.
I
And
was
so you have
nervous,
it.
but I was
Dreams
so hoping.
really do come true.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Dreams do come
Yeah,
true.
'cause I watch
That's
you all
because
the time.
I was watching you, and I said she needs to come on here. And then the double Dutch spin. The athletic, because on this show, they you have to be, not have to be, but in some form of a way involved in some kind of curricular activity physically.
Okay.
But you don't have to be physically involved in it yourself. Your mom could be.
Okay.
Like I had a young lady on here. You probably seen the post and stuff. And her mother was an international wrestler back in the 1950s, 60s and 70s. Her daughter was here. And it was phenomenal. and all the thing.
Glimpse of that, yeah.
Or all the stuff, because the filmmaker of that project is Chris Bornay.
Okay.
He was on my other show, WDG, which you've been on before.
Yeah.
He was on there. And so I said, I got to get her on Girls in Sports, the daughter.
Wow.
And so Kim Goodwin Martin. And so that worked out perfectly.
That's amazing.
Because he was he did the documentary. His film was on Amazon Prime.
What?
He's getting some hits, and because their story is super amazing. Mm-hmm. It really is, Trina. You would just be like, what? Yeah. Wow. And so, of course, we didn't get in depth of to really what they went through back in the 50s, in the 60s, and the 70s.
I read about it, but I'm like, that they went through a lot.
They went through a lot.
Some strong people.
Some strong people, and they were from Columbus. Wow. That's what's the crazy part was.
That's a historical moment.
And we didn't even know. We had no clue that we had international superstars in our neighborhood.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, girl. So, so like I said, you don't have to be physically involved in it yourself, but there's some connection.
Someone, like you said, a parent or some type of family member.
Or you, or something.
Yeah.
So this show allows me to recognize those people.
That's amazing. I mean, just that recognition piece, and to be able to be featured and tell their story.
And to tell their story.
Absolutely.
So I have, it's time. Debbie's telling me it's time. Because I have, and you guys got to get ready for this. You got to watch this. I have a boxer coming on. This lady, her name is Tiffany Logan. She's coming on March the 17th.
Yay.
She'll be on here. This is March. Yeah. In a couple of weeks. I'm just like,
oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Like a real boxer back in the day, won stuff, championships, all that kind of stuff.
I'm going to mark my calendar.
I'm you'll see it because you always boom, 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 be just right on it.
I'm going to spread the word.
You got to check her out because this is going to be crazy.
Sharing, share.
This is going to be a very good show. But we appreciate you so much, Trina MIchelle Ardister, for coming on and sharing your truth with us. Thank you so much.
You.
And when you want to come on again, just let me know. I'm not gonna be like, no, I'll put you on, but because that'll be great. And for all of you out there who hung out with us, thank you so much for being here. This is Girls in Sports, Score on Air, the Score on Air Network, the new generation of sports talk. We thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.